Okay, let's jump right into it. Number 8. Aircraft turbulence. Imagine you're on a plane, and suddenly it feels like you're riding a roller coaster made of clouds. Your drink starts doing a little dance on the tray table. Everyone around you is white-knuckling their armrests. But those scary bumps in the sky are about as dangerous as a hiccup. Modern planes are built like tanks with wings. The wings can bend almost 90 degrees without breaking. Those massive metal tubes are basically giant fidget toys. When you feel that drop that makes your stomach do backflips, the plane usually only moves about 40 feet. It's like falling off a diving board, except you're strapped in a comfy chair watching movies. No modern commercial plane has ever crashed just because of turbulence. The pilots up front are so unbothered, they're probably discussing their lunch plans. They've got fancy weather radar that shows them where the bumpy spots are. It's like having a GPS for air potholes. The plane is tested to handle forces way stronger than any turbulence you'll ever experience. Those wings can take more beating than a punching bag at a boxing gym. Next time you hit some bumpy air, just remember, you're more likely to spill your drink than have any actual problems. Your plane is basically saying, "Is that all you've got?" to those air bumps. Before we jump ahead, take a second and click that subscribe button. Thank you. Number 7. Elevator freefalls. Modern elevators are basically impossible to crash. They don't run on just one cable like in the movies. These elevators have multiple steel cables, usually around 4 to 8 of them. Each single cable is strong enough to hold the entire elevator by itself. Even if some freak accident took out most of the cables, just one would keep you safe. These elevators have a governor, like a speed cop for elevators. If the elevator starts moving too fast, the governor triggers massive brake clamps. These clamps grab onto the guide rails in the shaft, like a giant metal hand. The force is so strong it can stop several tons of metal almost instantly. And just in case all of that fails, there's a giant spring system at the bottom. It's like a massive shock absorber that could catch a falling elevator and slow it down safely. Elevators are statistically one of the safest forms of transport ever invented. You're more likely to get hurt walking downstairs than riding in an elevator. So next time that little voice starts whispering about falling elevators, tell it to chill out. You're literally riding in a metal box that's safer than your own bathroom. Number 6. Exploding face pillows. Imagine cruising down the road when suddenly a white pillow explodes in your face at 200 miles per hour. These are airbags, hidden cushions waiting to catch your face before it meets the steering wheel. They deploy in an instant in just 1/20th of a second. If you filmed it with your phone's slow-motion camera, it would still look like a blur. The explosion isn't really an explosion at all. It's a chemical reaction that creates harmless nitrogen gas. Think of it like instantly inflating a balloon tough enough to catch your head in a crash. Sensors all over your car are constantly checking if you're about to have a really bad day. When they detect trouble, they trigger this face-saving pillow faster than your brain can even register danger. Modern airbags are so sophisticated, they can tell if you're a small child or a tall adult. They'll actually adjust how hard they pop out based on your size. It's like having a tiny bodyguard that knows exactly how hard to catch you. Modern cars have these pillows hidden everywhere in the steering wheel, dashboard, doors, even the roof. It's like your car is secretly filled with ninja bodyguards, just waiting to jump out and protect you. Number 5. MRI machines. Imagine a giant donut-shaped machine, powerful enough to lift a car. Unlike X-rays, MRI machines use magnets and radio waves, the same kind of waves your phone uses to play cat videos. That creates a magnetic field that temporarily makes all the hydrogen atoms in your body line up like tiny soldiers. Then it hits them with radio waves, making them dance around before getting back in line. When they're dancing, they send out signals that the machine turns into detailed pictures of your insides. The magnets in these machines are so powerful they could pull a wrench through your body if you had one in your pocket. That's why hospitals are super strict about metal objects near MRIs. Despite being strong enough to yank a refrigerator across a room, these machines are completely harmless to your body. The scariest thing about them is probably the noise they make. It sounds like you're trapped inside a dubstep concert being performed by robots. Hospitals give you headphones so you can vibe to your favorite tunes instead of the machine's greatest hits. The most dangerous thing that could happen is falling asleep during the scan, because it's actually pretty boring once you get used to the robot concert. So next time you need an MRI, remember, it's just a big loud camera that uses magnets instead of light. Number 4. Viper dry bites. Imagine getting bitten by a viper, one of nature's most feared predators. Your life starts flashing before your eyes. But here's the wild part. You might actually be totally fine. About 20–60% of all viper bites are what scientists call dry bites. That means the snake bites you but doesn't inject any venom. It's like getting stabbed with an empty syringe. Scary, but not deadly. Vipers are actually pretty stingy with their venom. Making venom takes a lot of energy. It's like cooking a fancy meal. You don't want to waste those ingredients on just anyone, so they'll often bite as a warning, saving their venom for actual prey. Sometimes it's not even their choice. Their venom glands might be empty from a recent meal, or their fang delivery system might misfire like a broken squirt gun. Think of it like a printer running out of ink. You get the paper with holes, but no actual ink comes out. There are even stories of people in India getting bitten by pit vipers and walking away completely fine. This means when a viper strikes, you might walk away with nothing more than a painful puncture wound. But here's the catch. You should still get checked out if you're bitten, because you won't know it's a dry bite until after the fact. It's like playing snake roulette, and that's not a game you want to lose. Number 3. Bungee jumping. Leaping off a platform hundreds of feet in the air with nothing but a stretchy cord keeping you from becoming a human pancake. Only about 1 inch 500,000 jumps results in any serious problems. That's about the same odds as getting struck by lightning while eating a sandwich. The whole thing started on a tiny island called Vanuatu, where locals would jump off wooden towers with vines tied to their ankles. Modern bungee jumping is way more high-tech. Every piece of equipment gets checked more thoroughly than airport security checks your bags. The cords aren't just random rubber bands. They're specially designed to handle specific weights and heights, like having a personal calculator for your falling speed. They use multiple cords together, so even if one fails, you're still completely safe. The harness wraps around your whole body, not just your ankles. It's checked 3 times before every single jump. There's always a backup connection point. Jump masters weigh you precisely to pick the perfect cord. They check weather conditions. They calculate the exact bounce height you'll reach. A 96-year-old grandma once did it. Meanwhile, a guy from New Zealand did almost 1,000 jumps in one day. That's like jumping off a stack of 50 school buses, and they've never had any serious accidents. Most injuries actually come from people getting too excited after landing and tripping over their own feet. So technically, walking is more dangerous than the actual jump. So next time you see someone taking the plunge, remember, they're probably safer up there than you are watching from the ground. Number 2. Face acid peels. Putting something called acid on your face sounds like a terrible idea, but it's actually safer than your morning coffee. These peels are like giving your face a reset button. The acid used is carefully controlled and more gentle than most face scrubs. It's like having a precise eraser for your skin problems. The acids they use aren't the scary kind from chemistry class. Some are actually made from sugarcane and fruit, the same stuff you might find in your kitchen. During the treatment, your skin turns white for a moment. It looks like something from a sci-fi movie. Just the acid doing its job, like a painter prepping a canvas. The whole process is super controlled by professionals. They measure everything down to the tiniest drop, more precise than baking a cake. Some of these acids are so gentle, people often fall asleep during the treatment, napping while acid is on their face. The results are amazing. Old, damaged skin peels away like a snake shedding its skin. Underneath is fresh, new skin that looks years younger. But you need to get it done by a proper professional, no DIY experiments. Leave the chemistry to the experts. Number 1. Zapped, safe food. Imagine biting into a perfectly fresh strawberry in December. Well, there's a surprisingly safe method that makes this possible. It's called food irradiation. Think of it like a super-powered metal detector at the airport, but for your food. The food passes through a beam of energy that takes out all the bad stuff, bacteria, bugs, and other unwanted guests. The food itself doesn't change at all. It's like sending your food through an invisible car wash that only washes away the dirt. The strawberry is still just a strawberry, but now it can last way longer on your shelf. Scientists have been studying this method for over 50 years. The FDA and other big health organizations say it's totally safe. Astronauts even eat irradiated food in space because it's one of the safest ways to keep their food fresh. About 40% of commercial spices go through this process. It keeps them fresh and bug-free without using any chemicals. The process is more like passing through a scanner. Once you're through, there's no trace left behind. A banana naturally gives off more radiation than any food that's gone through this process. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.